Good afternoon, everybody. It's your pal Melbourne here. Hope you're going well. It's raining right now in England. Hope it's not raining where you are. Now, today's challenge is for me to name the top 10 Australian metal bands off the top of my head. We'll start off with Hellbringer, number 1. I was really close to Luke and Josh when I started seeing them a lot in Canberra. Like, I travelled to Canberra twice in 1 year to see them. And from 2009 to 2011, like, I never missed any of the gigs. And then basically I didn't see Hellbringer for a total of 2 years because I was too busy with my life. They originally had Tim Shepard on guitar, but he left the band and they were replaced by James Lewis, formerly of Terratornis and of the Tyrannic. But then James left a couple of years ago to move to New York City, so they just they hire a guitarist every now and then. Mortal Sin, first Australian metal band I ever saw live. Saw them open for Slayer, saw them open for Judas Priest, Overkill, and Testament. They were pretty good, but they had a really ugly split in my time between Matt and Andy back in 2012, so it's a shame they'll probably never get back together. And also, one of the band members had passed away recently. Lord. Saw Lord many times in my life. Saw them open for Saxon, and didn't see them open for any of the bigger bands after that. I saw them many times in Sydney and Canberra. Really good music and stuff. Formed from the ashes of Dungeon. I never got to see Dungeon live because I basically became a metalhead a few weeks before the final gig in Sydney. But Dungeon's music was quite good. Bastardizer has been a running gag with my online work and stuff. I've known Bill Morgan, the guitarist, for over 10 years and stuff. And I first saw Bastardizer's first gig at this bar in Tempe back in 2013. So it's always like a running joke with Bill Morgan in my memes. Now then there's Hobbs Angel of Death. Rest in peace, Pete Hobbs died a couple of months ago in Melbourne last year. Saw them a couple of times, and I even saw them in Germany. Black Majesty. When I first saw Black Majesty, they were opening for Saxon. The lead singer looks exactly like Ray James Dio, but he calls himself Gio. And the bass player Evan, he's got a wicked bass with LED lights on the fretboard. Now then, Portal. A lot of people don't really like Portal. I like them, and so does Phil and Summer of Pantera. One time I saw Phil and Summer wearing a Portal shirt at Hellfest 2013. And I saw Portal at Evil Invaders in 2011. And the curator was wearing a Pope outfit, and then months later he was changing it to he was wearing two different faces and a veil, and hands with tentacles. That's 7. Tyrannic. Saw Tyrannic a couple of times in my life. It's fronted by a drummer and a singer called Marco, and James Lewis of Hellbringer was involved in that act many times. When I first saw them, they had 5 or 6 members on stage. Reign of Terror. Canberra band who I've never ever seen, but I've hung out with Reggae, the lead singer and the creator and all, and they've been going on for nearly coming up 25 years. Destroy 666. Never really gotten into them, but I've seen them live in Australia and England, and they've kind of made themselves a name overseas because they're like, oh, Australia sucks, let's go abroad. And I kind of recommend that most Australian bands should try to move overseas because there's better job opportunities. And then most hilarious Australian metal band that I've ever seen live is Voyager. The keyboardist and lead singer, he's got a bit of a funny spark, and they did it at 80s Melody when I last saw them opening for Lord 10 years ago. And I think they've even played in Iceland or played a lot around Europe recently. Anyway, it's Metalhead over and out.